So I want to raise one observation regarding the sensors. We have physical sensors, say, I don't know, thermocouple or temperature sensor, which is a physical sensor that reports the temperature in Celsius, in Kelvin, in Fahrenheit even. And we have those virtual sensors, which you may think of them as a combine of sensors or physical sensors or other sensors, and with some algorithm, some computational power, and it reports, it fuses all the sensors combined and reports one single value, which might be more accurate, faster, or a more robust sensor value. And a good example for that is the orientation. If I look at the my Android sensor app and I look at the orientation is a virtual sensor composed from gyro, accelerometer, and magnetometer, and it's a kind of a magic. There's a lot of algorithms behind that. The most important thing to bear in mind is that it's actually implemented in hardware. There's a piece of silicon that computes everything. So basically, instead of having a sensor, and another sensor, and an algorithm, and combine them, everything is implemented in the same piece of silicon. And having that, this orientation, which is, fast enough and accurate and with high sampling rate, but also robust, and it could ignore me and my interference as if it never happens. While if you do a standalone magnetometer, it would not be fast enough or accurate enough and would be very sensitive to magnetic interference. If you take the gyro as a standalone, it would have drift. And the same with the accelerometer, which basically would have had a relatively high rate of noise and could not detect some parameters such as yaw. Now, the orientation is basically is often thought as three-dimensional value, which is yaw, pitch, and roll. But for a sense of mathematical formulation, I should note, and you should all observe, that if you want to do flips with your drones, and if you want to have your phone maybe flipped, and you're not like a big boat in the sea, those Euler angles, meaning the pitch, roll, and yaw, are not a good mathematical representation of the actual orientation. And there's some more accurate and a robust mathematical or physical representation named quaternions, which is in a way a generalization of the complex numbers to four numbers. So you don't have just the real and the imaginary or the I. There's also the J and the K. It's kind of out of scope from this course, but I want you to bear in mind that if you want to do those right computation and the proper math for a flipping drone toy or for a big, serious airplane or whatever, you want to use quaternions. And if you take Android, Google, they all supported those, and the same with flight controllers. They perform that, and in terms of the math behind it, it's quite involved. But in terms of user, the operation or the transformation, the composition of a lot of quaternions always remain within a transformation or an orientation. And this representation, although not very intuitive, is a much cleaner and actually a robust way of doing it.